going to take the title here on Lake Mead this morning? We'll know in just a few minutes. First the pace lap, then into the running start, and off they go with Tom and Miss Budweiser flying in the lead. But there's Scott Pierce in his jet-powered Mr. Pringle, determined to keep in touch. Tom powers into the final corner, roaring to victory over Scott Pierce.
And in the time it took me to say that, some of these supercharged speedboats could travel 500 yards. Some say the brains of the Miss Budweiser racing team is Bernie Little, but he's certainly the checkbook. Bernie, why are you involved with all this?
Well, about 26 years I've started in unlimited hydroplane racing, and it's been a real challenge, a very exciting challenge. I used to qualify the boat every race, and I liked it a lot. I promised my wife that I wouldn't race them, and because I got thrown out once and broke all my ribs and everything, and I had borrowed so much money from the banks, they made me promise I wouldn't drive the boat, so I actually am a confirmed coward, the truth be known.
Really? When you ask people why the Miss Budweiser racing team is the winningest in history, they say Bernie Little. I want to know what you say.
It takes a team effort, and right from me right on down to everyone on the team. And when I say the team, that means the wives as much as the men, because they're on that road for 2 or 3 months and stuff, and that's tough when they got little children. And we're the best, and we're going to be the best, or we ain't going to be here. That's it.
And nothing less than the best is what Bernie's team is aiming for at Lake Mead as Miss Budweiser is lowered gently into the water. And veteran driver Tom Deep knows that giving his best today could give the team their 3rd straight National Boat Championship. In the first heat, Miss Budweiser comes second, but she's got plenty of power in reserve. In the second heat, Larry Lauterbach steers his Vantage Ultra to a new Lake Mead 3-lap record with an astonishing speed of 124.5 for 8 miles per hour, and that's fast. And there were losers as well as winners. This guy's going faster downwards than forward. Bad news. Just as the drivers were psyched up for a spectacular finale, the weather turns nasty, and the high winds force the organizers to postpone the rest of the racing until the next day. Well, this gave mechanics the opportunity to tune those engines one more time, some of them jet turbine engines, and some of them Ford V8 engines, and in this case, 2 of them. And some of them simply World War II airplane piston engines. So, is Tom Deep going to take the title here on Lake Mead this morning? We'll know in just a few minutes. First the pace lap, then into the running start, and off they go with Tom and Miss Budweiser flying in the lead. But there's Scott Pierce in his jet-powered Mr. Pringle, determined to keep in touch. Miss Budweiser streaks across the surface here at Lake Mead at nearly 200 miles an hour, and Mr. Pringle is just a mile or 2 slower. Just look at Tom battling to stay in control around those corners. Steve David and Miss Maxim way behind in 4th place, as Miss Budweiser pulls further away from Mr. Pringle. Oh! But Scott Pierce isn't finished yet. Mitch Evans there in 3rd place, looking for a miracle. And Steve David still at number 4. But here's Tom Deep and Miss Budweiser both in absolutely top form. Mr. Pringle isn't going to catch Miss Budweiser now. Tom powers into the final corner, roaring to victory over Scott Pierce. And here's Mitch Evans taking third position. So as Tom Dean heads for the shore, he knows that his victory has given Bernie Little's Miss Budweiser team their third straight National Boat Championship. And not only that, Tom also set a new world record lap time of 139.130 miles per hour and also set a new world record for a 6-mile heat. Scott Pierce can only ponder what might have been as Tom steps out to receive the congratulations of his team. It was certainly a proud day for the Miss Budweiser crew and owner Bernie Little.
We run a world record at 139 mile an hour in competition, so that's something that'll go in the Guinness Book of Records, I assure you.